So what is going on, guys? Bucks here, and welcome back to another MotoGP 20 career mode video. And today we will be heading into the next two rounds of the season and the calendar, and that is going to be Argentina and Jerez. So as I'm recording this, I've just watched the Jerez Grand Prix, so I'll probably talk a little bit about that during this episode as well. But before we get into things, I want to give another plug to my second channel, Bucks Plays, where I'll be doing all sorts of random gaming. We'll be doing one-off videos on classics. We'll be doing brand new games with some Let's Play stuff as well. So if you are interested in just random gaming other than racing and MotoGP and F1, do check out that channel. Link in the description. You can find the channel on my channels page of this channel too. So let's get into things with some R&D then today. We are 1 week off of the new engine node, which is going to help us out. 2,000 here for our frame. So what I want to do is get straight into that. As soon as I can do that node over here, which is going to improve the distance, that will help. And then also maybe tyre wear and also this better bend entry stuff down the left hand side as well. So what I'm going to do, we'll advance on a little bit. So this weekend will be the Argentine Grand Prix. Engine, right, I'm happy with the engine. I'm going to get people from our engine department onto our frame. Just help things out a little bit. The anti-wheelie's coming along nicely, 2 more weeks, and we'll be able to do that. And then soon we'll be able to get onto this. I'll get the electronics people onto that too. But let's head straight down to Argentina then for qualifying. So we made it into Q2, no problem at all. We're about 3/10 quicker than I thought my teammate, Aleix Espargaro. So let's get on some new tyres. I'm thinking for the race, I'm going to go for a soft front, hard rear. But for qualifying, yeah, I'm going to stick it with a soft front and rear as usual. So we'll head out on our Ducati. Hopefully we can get in the top 6. Let's get on the front 2 rows, and that will set us up nicely for the race. So we go fastest for now with 36.5. Hopefully that's enough to get us on the front 2 rows. Let's find out. End the session. Pole position. Wow, I didn't expect that. So our engine upgrade obviously helping us out here a little bit at Argentina. There's a couple of long straights where the power unit will help us out. But yeah, I didn't expect to get that. Just under a 10th faster than Rossi, but it's all about race pace. Can we convert that into race pace? The track temperature is a little bit lower than it may usually be. There's quite a bit of cloud coverage, so what I'm going to do, go for a soft front, and I am going to go for a hard rear, and I'm going to go for a full tank of fuel, and let's see how we get on then for the race. Going to have to watch out for Marquez at the start. You can see there, big mixture of tyre choices again. Quite a lot of mediums. I haven't gone for a medium, I'll go for something different. But I was suffering a lot of overheating on the rear tyres, so that's why I've gone for this. So this episode is a live commentary again. Last time was a post commentary. Let me know which you enjoyed more, post or live commentary. And we'll probably stick with that for the rest of the season or mix it up. But anyway, down to things into turn number 1, and we're being swamped. Nerfed out wide by Dovizioso. Don't know what he's got against us, but Iannone has the deck. We've gone for 2nd to 9th. And Crutchlow on the outside with his teammate Nakagami there. The Yamaha is off to a decent start, and Marc Marquez has hit the front. And oh, there's a crash. Oh, there's a crash. We're out wide. Oh, wow. Vinales and the Suzuki of Rins, I think that was, tangling at turn number 1. So we're in P6. We need to make our way back up through the grid after that poor start to the race. Side by side with Dovi. Give him a little bit of a nudge, and we're trying to get back alongside him. We're going to be going 3 wide with Crutchlow and Dovi. Contact. Damage again to the bike. We suffered damage in episode number 1, but that's annoying. Seems to get it quite easy on this game. Into turn 7 then. Hopefully it doesn't affect us too badly. We had good quali pace, but can we convert it into race pace? Oh, more damage. Ducati's beating each other up. He's got a black eye, I've got a black eye. Who's going to get the knockout? Wow, a Tech 3 into the penultimate corner. Oliveira, P6, what is he doing? You're not meant to be up here. Right, let's get him back. See if we can... Oh, more damage. What are the AI doing? They're properly beating me up today. But Oliveira through. That's really annoying. I'm really frustrated because this damage is going to hinder our pace a little bit. And even if it's only a tenth or two here or there, it's going to affect us because the pace on the grid is just so similar. Let's see, I'm just struggling with straight line speed. I think I've got aero damage, which is affecting us. Look at this, Morbidelli all over the back of us. My downforce has been affected because in the braking zones, I'm not stopping as quickly as I was on lap number 1, and that's annoying. But we're going to try and hold on here today. Dovizioso and Oliveira inflicting damage on our bike. I'm not happy about that, and Morbidelli going deep into turn number 1 there, but they're battling up the road. Marquez is running away with things. He's got to recover after obviously that tumble at Austin, Texas. But for us, I've just got to try and make our way up through the grid. If I can. I've noticed that braking performance is affected. I think it's the downforce, because we've got aero damage. Also, we're not quite as quick in a straight line, which is a bit annoying, but you can see there, just couldn't get slowed down. But anyway, I'm going to try and get Oliveira. I'm going to try and keep Morbidelli behind. I can just hear his Yamaha behind me. So if we can get Oliveira, that would be good. But these guys, luckily, are all battling, so there could be a crash. We've already seen one crash at the start of this race. And that was Vinales and Rins just getting tangled in each other's way. Oh, what are they doing? Fuck me, man. No patience. No patience. 6/10 up the road is Oliveira. And I've got a very aggressive Morbidelli behind me right now. Oliveira starting to lose touch with Dovizioso. I'm a bit frustrated at the AI. I've been hit about 3 times and we've got light damage and it's just affecting us. I can just feel the bike. It's not got the optimum grip and braking performance. And yeah, I feel like a bit of a sitting duck and Morbidelli's through. Oh, can't go backwards. Oh no. He's through. No! Nakagami too. We're going backwards. It's the problem if you get damage on this game. If you played this game, you know full well. If you get light damage, your race is over. You're going to go backwards. Especially on top AI. 36.8 from Marquez. Sticking with Nakagami and Morbidelli for now though. They're already on the back of Oliveira. Trying to go with them. I've got Mir behind. So we have to watch out for him over the next few laps. But look at this. Morbidelli through on Oliveira. Nakagami trying to follow suit. They're just edging us today in terms of performance. I'm P9 for the championship. Oh, that's not going to be good. Not going to be good. Running it deep into the penultimate corner. And we're going to have to watch out for Mir behind then. Final lap time. Let's bring it home and we'll regroup for Jerez. After getting pole position, being beaten up at turn 1. Probably this hard rear tyre isn't doing us any favours either, so probably could have gone for a better tyre choice. So I'm going to try and avoid the hard tyres on the Ducati. It worked. The hard tyre worked really well on the Yamaha. But like I say, Milestone have made these bikes so they are very independent of each other in terms of performance and characteristics. So I suppose that's a realistic thing as well. In the end then, Marquez takes the win. We're going to end up behind quite a few people we should have beaten. But the start let us down and then the AI very aggressive, hitting us and giving us light damage. So I'm not happy with that result or that race at all. So let's forget about it and we'll get into Jerez. But we still climbed the championship at least. Let's see how our Moto2 team did then. 14th and 19th. Again, they're not doing a very good job. They need to get a move on. Got quite a bit of research data. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to invest in the team. Let's get a better engine. Yes, develop that node. We've got 400 resource points left. So 2 more weeks for that to come. And then team development then. Riders, finances, R&D. So I'm going to get into R&D. Electronics, frame, installation sensors for tests. 2% performance during races and qualifying. Go on then. We'll get some extra comfort for them. We'll spend our 3 million that we got in the bank. We do reduce rise salary. Team prestige gain. Go on then. Get some marketing department in there. That'll be useful. And then in terms of riders, well, we can't do anything. We've got to wait 1 more week for that to come through. So team upgrades underway. Planning for next year. Well, I'm quite happy with our technical director. Team manager, we're happy with him, so I'm fine with that. In terms of riders, then you can see the results so far. 15th, 15th, 14th, 19th, 16th, 19th. Come on, guys, get a move on. Right then. Where are we? We can start this node. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save up. Oh, no, we can do this one here. Yeah, let's get into that. I will add all of our stuff onto that. So then we've just had the anti-wheelie upgrade through. I'm now going to get some research, more people researching the aero department, and I'm going to use our electronics people just to help that out a little bit. Just so we can get this this airflow reduction, this reduction in drag. So let's get straight into things then for the Jerez Grand Prix. Hopefully we can get back on the podium for Ducati here today. So there has been a storm brewing and it's full wet conditions here all weekend. So we made it through into Q2. The Ducati suits the wet weather. So we were quite quick. So I'm hoping to carry that pace into Q2. Maybe we can get another surprise pole. But luckily the race is going to be wet as well. So as long as we can keep it all in a straight line in the race, we could fight for a podium again. So let's see how we get on here in Q2 then. 42.6 is the time to beat by Marquez. And we're just off of that time at the minute, about 3/10 off through the third sector. What's it going to be as we come across the line? We're going to set a 1:42.6, neck and neck with Marquez, but he just pips us in the end. So let's end off the session. That's going to be P2. Good job in the end. Pretty pleased with that. Right on par with Marquez, our championship rival. So, wet conditions, so it's the same story as qualifying, so hopefully our pace is decent, and we can hopefully try and beat Marquez, or maybe he'll fall off. He didn't have a great Jerez Grand Prix, did he? Well, he did and he didn't, when you think about it. I mean, he, when he crashed the first time, I was like, that's it, but the man that is Marquez, the only man that could recover from that, to get back into pretty much, he was going to be P2 and then to chuck it down the road at the same corner, and my god, I hope his condition's okay. I'm recording this straight after watching it really, so I have no idea what's happening right now, but hopefully he's alright. I don't want to see a season without him, you know. It would be a shame if that was his season written off, or at least like the first half or anything. But anyway, let's get into things here on the grid. Decent start. Valentino gets a fantastic start, not like the actual Jerez Grand Prix, but we won't talk about that. Right behind Marquez now. Let's see if we can get alongside him. Into a very tricky turn 2. Oh. Around turn 3 then. This is where he binned it. Was it this one, turn 4? I can't remember which one it was now, but either way, it was a horrible, horrible crash to watch. So we've got the 2 Yamahas behind. Their bike seems to be working a bit better in the wet conditions than the dry. which is good for them. But let's see then. So does ours. Our bike seems to be working in these full wet conditions too. So this is our chance to try and get one over Marquez for the first time this season. So we may as well see what we can do. We dropped down the order a little bit in the championship. Well, we're climbing, but we're lower than I'd really want to be. I'd have liked 3 podiums out of 3 so far, but look at the lack of grip he had out of that corner and the lack of traction allows us to get alongside. But the man that is Marquez isn't giving up, and he tries it around the outside. Marquez holds on for now. But I think we've got a chance. He's got a medium in the front, I think. I don't know why he's done that. But I mean, the soft is cold enough. He's obviously gone for longevity. But yeah, let's see where we can get him then. Turn lot number 1 then. We're going to be in P2. Pretty much where we started. Vinales behind. Always goes quick around here. Good on the brakes. It's turn number 1. All over the back of the Spaniard. He's looking behind. I'd look where you're going. Especially into these next corners, mate, where you struggled. But yeah, all seriousness, I hope he's alright. But Quartararo, what a race for Quartararo. First win in his 20th Grand Prix. He's only 21 years old. He's younger than me. I'm 22. I think bloody hell. 23 in September. Getting old now. You just think that's absolutely crazy. This could be Quartararo's year, especially with that injury for Marquez. So, going to be cheering on the Frenchman to become a very young champion if he is to be able to do it in this difficult season. I know there's less tracks, but there's less room for error for everyone. So it is a tough old season for him. So it would be good to see Quartararo win, but this will be a huge opportunity now given what's happened to Marquez. I think the only man that could probably beat Quartararo, Vinales. But I don't know if Vinales has got it in him to win a championship. I hate to say it. Quartararo showed fighting spirit. Vinales has in the past, but since he's been at Yamaha, he's just sort of plateaued a little bit. So we'll see. And I reckon Valle might retire at the end of this season. You never know. I know he's close to signing Petronas, but maybe that last 1% he keeps talking about is his decision as to whether he wants to carry on. He might not want to, but I think he had a mechanical failure anyway. He wasn't doing great in the race. I think the soft front tyre for him in the race didn't really work out for him. So it's a shame to see, but yeah, got to think realistically. And Dovizioso, man, that podium right at the end must have been such a sweet, sweet podium for him. Rub it in Ducati's face. I mean, he's such a good rider. He deserves a factory seat next year. And he deserves the money that they're paying him because he's doing a fantastic job with... I know it's been a good bike over the last few years, but he's been doing a really good job with that bike. He's been second best to Marc Marquez all year long, and there's not a lot you can do about being second best to Marc Marquez, because Marquez, he's going to be a record breaker as long as he hasn't ended his career. But yeah, to beat Jack Miller, next year's factory man. 2021 is going to be an interesting season, but 2020 is going to be just as interesting. Setting it up for 2021 is going to be an absolute cracker, I think. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the Grand Prix down below. So we're in deep into turn 9 there. But Pol Espargaro as well, doing really well for KTM. I suppose in the 100% race, I was sort of like, oh, why have they signed Pol Espargaro? Well, I see it now. To get that KTM up there. He is a 2-time Moto2 champion as well, so it's just the fact he's been stuck at KTM with a poor bike, and now's his chance to be a good backup to Marquez. But I mean, if Marquez can't race anymore, extreme circumstance, but Marquez can't race anymore, what are they going to do? Are they going to get Crutchlow back? They basically sacked him. Are they going to try and get him back? I doubt it. I mean, could Lorenzo come back? No, I can't see Lorenzo going back to... I can't see him going back to Honda. I can't see Lorenzo coming back into the sport, even for someone like Ducati. Ducati obviously can't afford, or don't... Well, they can afford it. They don't want to spend the money on the salaries. So... be interesting to see. Don't know who Honda would get as a backup. But yeah, disappointing for Alex Marquez in his opening Grand Prix. But back to things here in this career mode. It's lap number 4. We're halfway through the race and I've absolutely ploughed away. Where have we got this race pace from? This is crazy. We're pulling away from them and it's the wet weather conditions. Just working with this Ducati, it feels so stable and just so, I don't know, just carry corner speed. It doesn't really work in the dry as you saw in the last race, but in the wet, wow, we are on pace. So then in the end, the next 3 laps were pretty standard. I mean, I had extra fuel, so I've been using power mode 2 for the past lap, which has allowed us to pull away even further. Marquez started to catch up at one point, but turning up the engine just helped us react to that a little bit better. And in the end, we take our first win for Ducati, and it feels good. The weather helped us out massively, but in the end, what? Okay, something weird's happened. I've seen this a couple of times. I don't know what's going on Milestone, but apparently Benaya got 2nd, Cal Crutchlow got 3rd, and Oliveira got 4th, and Petrucci got 5th. Now, that's not true. So, Marquez got 2nd, Vinales got 3rd, Dovi got 4th, and yeah, the order's a bit weird because I thought Rossi was in 3rd. Oh my word, I don't know what's happened. That's going to affect the championship. That glitch needs fixing. Big time. So then, this is what happened at the end. We got 1st. Then, if I can go the right way, Marquez got 2nd. Rossi got 3rd. Dovi got 4th. Vinales got 12th. 1, 2, 3, 5, can't count. And then there was a big mix-up Rins, and then Morbidelli, Quartararo, Benaya, Crutchlow. There's Oliveira, not 3rd. And then, yeah, so on backwards through the grid. Wow, look at this last lap battle here going on. But basically, yeah, who's that right at the back as well? Rabat. So it was not the order that the game's telling me here. So that's annoying. They're all going to hop up the championship anyway, I think. Or did it keep them? I don't know. No, it seems to... Oh, no. I can't tell what's happened now in the championship. Where is Oliveira? That will give us a big indicator. Oh, he's had a big jump up in the championship. I had to find out what he was on before, but I think that glitch may have affected the championship. Not too sure, but yeah, I think it has, because we've hopped right up through the order. Oh, man. I think the glitch is caused when your player wins, so I win the race. Man, that's going to affect the championship. And I don't want it to ruin the series, so let me have a think about what to do here. I can't go and recalculate everyone's position and make my own leaderboard. That is just going to be so intense and confusing because the replay doesn't always last to the end, so you can't tell if anyone gets a last move at the corner right at the back of the grid. But we'll roll with it. Let me have a think off camera. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. We'll let Milestone know about the issue. But that's been it for today's episode. A good result in the end for us. Unfortunate about the glitch with the championship, but good for us in the end. The wet weather worked for us. But for now, if you are new around here, make sure you get subscribed to the rest of this series. It's going to be a cracker. But for now, I will see you guys in the next one.